And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and today we're going to be talking about week 3 of Myteam Limited. So the requirements are all players must have scored 40 points in an NBA game, which basically means you can use majority of the best cards in the game. I think only like Lamar Odom and maybe, I think that might be it, dude. And some of the reward guys really aren't the only players you can use. So this is an idea for a team that I'm going to be using today. We got Kenny Smith, Allen Houston, Kawhi Leonard, Bailey Howell, Kristaps. Yeah, I'm going to take Scola out, actually, and I'm going to put like another budget guy in, just because I don't want to do a gameplay video and show you a team that's just stacked and costs like 300, 400k MT to like build. Who are we going to use here? Let's see. No, none of those guys. Yeah, Robert Horry. Perfect. 6'10", got decent rebounding stats, has flexible release, green machine, corner specialist. He'll actually get it done. Off the bench, we're going to use Derrick Rose, Mitch Richmond, Rip Hamilton, Robert Horry, and Smits. Derrick Rose is still pretty expensive, but I promise he is worth it. He is one of the better point guards in the entire game. Ray Allen's another guy that you could use pretty easily. If you have the tokens, Jeff Hornacek, Alvin Adams will do a decent job. Trevor Ariza is another guy. Vernon Maxwell is decent as well. He's kind of outdated at this point, though. He was really good for the first couple weeks, but since the shooting hotfix, man, I can't do the things that I used to do with players. So I'm still gonna keep him in there because he does have decent defensive badges. I did put a lot of badges into him. So other than that, as far as the 3 bench spots, guys that probably won't play very much, but let's see. I think I put a bunch of badges on Jimmy, so we'll use Jimmy Butler. He's good defensively, and he can hit mid-ranges at a decent clip, too. He's just got a nice release. Who are we going to use as the final guy here? Kendall Gill, solid. Mahmoud's pretty good still. Trevor Ariza is really nice. He doesn't really have badges. I haven't upgraded his badges at all. If you do upgrade his badges, he is actually a really good card with a good release, too. He's like a better version of Rashard Lewis, in my opinion. That's a pretty hot take, though. But I'll probably throw in Peja. Yeah, I'll use Peja, that's fine. He's still got a lot of elite shooting badges at this stage of the game. What's he got? Yeah, catch and shoot, corner specialist, difficult shots, green machine. He doesn't have flexible, which kind of sucks, but he's got a nice release, though. This is the team we're going to use. It's a cheaper team. Allen Houston, Mitch Richmond, Derrick Rose, and Kristaps are still going to be a little expensive, but either way, you're going to be coming up against mostly what would be considered god squads in this game as of this point. So we're going to see how we can get on with this squad. I mean, legitimately, we're going to be coming up against multiple diamonds, amethysts, things like that. So this guy looks like he has Bailey Howell, Rick Smits, Larry Bird. Who's 32? Who's that? Brian Winters. Yeah, and Jason Kidd. All right. So he's got a pretty stacked lineup. How many diamonds does he have? 3 diamonds, an amethyst, no big deal. All right, Allen Houston off the rip. Splash. All right, so my man already is pausing out to do his settings. Not a good sign off a 1 jump shot. So here we go. Fuck out of here. Good defense by Kristaps right there. Push it up to Allen Houston. Let's go. Oh, man. All right. Relax. So far, though, using the various teams, dude, Brian Winters looks like small Andrew Bogut. Using like the various teams I've been using, I've only lost 1 limited game this weekend. I think I've played like 10, so I'm like 9-1 basically. I finally got a championship ring, which is pretty cool, but I've been using variations of teams like this. 1 or 2 defensive stoppers, usually at either small forward or shooting guard, so usually they're like Paul George or Kawhi. The reason for that is just because the persons that you're playing against, like usually their biggest scoring threat is going to be either at shooting guard or small forward or point guard. So it's like post moves are so broken in this game that nobody abuses post players this year. So having someone crazy good defensively down there doesn't really do too much. Rick Smits can shoot mid ranges and stuff. That's why I use him. There we go, Bailey. You really missed that? Oh, big stops. He's huge at 7'3", so. But yeah, I've only lost 1 game, and that was against a guy who honestly was just really good at this game. And then he sent me like a bunch of messages afterwards, just talking like so much shit, like for no reason whatsoever. He's just like, yeah, how you get beat by a team like this? And I'm like, bro, because you're good at the game. And he was like, oh yeah, you using mommy's credit card? I'm like, bro, I'm like 28. Like, relax, dude. But this team should hold it down pretty decent. Kenny Smith is in here. He's actually a really incredible budget card. I'm not as good with him as some other people are. Oh, that was just a bad shot on my part. But he is really good, and he can actually hit shots like that pretty consistently. He's definitely the best budget point guard option, and I think without a doubt he's probably the best shooting point guard at this point. Yeah, he is. Jerry West is good, but Kenny Smith can hit moving shots a lot better than Jerry West can. Jerry West, I don't know what animations he has for moving shots, but they're not good. I know that like the leaner, they'll show the leaner a lot when you look at like card sigs, but they don't show what the runners and stuff like that are, like the moving 3 animation. So I wish there was a way to check that out before you bought a card, because I need more cards that shoot moving jump shots like Allen Houston does. Because that is literally the fakest thing in this entire game. Once I get the shot timing down again. There you go. Kawhi's in there to play defense. Shot clock to violation. We're good. Let's get the bench unit in here. Yeah, we'll get the bench unit in a little bit here. We're down 6-9, so we're not doing too hot out here in the streets, but we'll be fine. Yeah, let's get the bench in here. No, dude, quit trying to put Jimmy Butler in. I need Rip in here. There we go. Bailey Howell with the deep threes. That was bad. It's okay. Kristaps with the huge board. Up and under. There we go. He's got a diamond decuz off the bench, too. Shit. He's not that great of a card, but it's still annoying to see that his bench center is that sick. Normally I use Kareem, but I decided not to because that's like an extra card that costs over 50k, so. Rick Smits, yeah, throw him in. Rick Smits is a budget god. You can get him for like 9k, and I promise he does just as much as like Kareem and all the other guys do. He just has a little bit less badges, but you can always just add them to him, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, Mitch Richmond drives in. There we go. Triggers that foul animation. Alright. Shoot some free throws here. Oh, I thought they were going to do that animation thing again. But altogether, this squad is important. It is going to work well for you just because you have Derrick Rose, who you could swap out for any of the driving type point guards that you have. So you got someone that can drive to the basket at will. You got a few shooters. You got one spot-up shooter in Robert Horry. You got a moving shooter in Mitch Richmond and Allen Houston. You have a defensive presence in Kawhi. Other than that, you have like Bailey Howell, who has good defensive badges and can also shoot the open shots. Kristaps, who's a shooting center. There aren't very many of them. So Bill Laimbeer would also be someone you could use in that scenario, especially if you shoot the shot stick. And then point guard, Kenny Smith, who can shoot moving shots as well. So you got a good variation of ways to score, and you got some defensive variations too. Rip Hamilton's good. He's got a decent running 3. He also can hit spot ups at a very high clip, so it's like he's a great card. Though I do go on random spurts where I just can't hit a fucking shot with Rip Hamilton, and then other spurts where I'm just knocking down literally everything, so I don't know what's up with that. It's probably just a personal thing. I don't know. Drop in the comments if you think that happens with Rip Hamilton too, or other cards specifically, because I swear sometimes the algo just says, nah, they're not hitting right now. Alright, Decuz with the huge fucking rebound again. We're only up by 2, which is kind of annoying, but I'm not really too worried about it. I think we'll be alright. Alright, I haven't even started hitting moving runners with Mitch. Hit that. Gross. I missed the long days of a week ago when the shot stick was normal and I could just drill like 70% of my shots because it was so easy to work. So we're up 5 in the beginning of the second. No big deal here. We got the bench unit in. We should be good. Good steal by Derrick. This is why he's in here, just specifically to just be fast and drive the hole. He cannot be stopped when he's dunking. I swear, it's ridiculous. All right. We got. Well, we're up 6 still, probably 7. Jason Kidd doesn't really miss free throws, so. All right. Passed out to Derrick. All right, Rick Smith's not bringing the ball up. Good ball movement to Rip. Rip Hamilton's first 2 points. But as you can see, we're kind of a well-oiled machine. My bench is actually, I'm more comfortable scoring with my bench than I am with my starters. That's actually pretty typical in like all my lineups, to be honest with you. I always have the scoring squad on the bench. I don't know why. That's just how it's always been. There we go. Rip pull-ups. Does he have those? No. All right. Derrick with the boards. No big deal. All right. Nice screen by Rick Smits. Over to Rip. There we go. Wide open. Catch that. Really? Really now, I don't miss that very often, so that's kind of unfortunate, but it's fine. I'm up 7, so it's no big deal. And I'm not playing good at all, so I mean, that should really speak volumes to how useful the squad is, that I'm up 7 and I'm playing like absolute garbage right now. Alright. There we go. That was ugly. I shouldn't have shot that. Derrick Rose, it does have one flaw in that he can't shoot. That's kind of a problem, but at the same time, like, a lot of people you're going to play against can't shoot, and if you run into someone that can shoot really, really well, gross, no way. Alright, I'll give him that. That was a good shot. Let's see, what are we going to do? Drive in. There we go. But, I mean, when Derrick Rose can do that literally almost every possession, like, it's kind of hard to argue that another point guard would be better than him, especially if you equip him with some defensive badges, which I have done. He does become a lot better, you know, give him like unpluckable and a couple, or not unpluckable, but pickpocket and a couple other things like that. Let's get the starters back in. Robert Horry, you going to get in the mix here? I'm not a huge fan of Robert Horry. Does he have those? No, he absolutely does not have those. But he is a really good budget card, which is why I put him in here. If you need like a budget sniper, especially if you're running like 5 out and stuff like that, he'll just post in the corner. And he's wet. He's like automatic if he's wide open. He just can't shoot with people on him. But he does have the necessary shooting badges. And I've always kind of liked Robert Horry in 2K. I don't really know why. Probably because he's always like a pretty decent low-rated card, so I always end up having to use him at some stage. Alright, Larry Legend going hard with the dribble moves. No, tough defense. You're not getting that off. Rip Hamilton's actually got a couple defensive badges. Hit that. Really now? Wide open, slightly right. Did they come through and just nerf Rip Hamilton while I wasn't paying attention or something, dude? Because, like, I cannot shoot with this guy right now. He's playing tough defense, though. He's got long arms and a good frame, so, and he's really cheap. You could probably buy him for, like, 7, 8K. So he's definitely worth it for sure. Alright, there we go. Dude, get out of here. Go away. Ooh, Larry Legend. That's cash, too. Oh, no, it's not. Alright. So we're up 30-22. We got an 8-point lead. We're still playing pretty bad. We got the starters back in. Alright, Bailey, let's go. I just wonder what they're going to do with the shot stick. Kristaps wide open for 3. Cash. Yep. Alright. Good shot by my man Stops. Kristaps is legitimately the best center in this game. It's not even remotely close. Like, he's so ridiculously good. He's 7'3". He's got decent speed. He can actually do some. He can dribble a little bit. It's kind of gross looking, but it works. There we go. Hit that. Kenny Smith with the deep balls. That's actually the first shot I made with Kenny Smith this entire game. I've been using him as a facilitator, but I should be using him as a scorer. This is actually like the first time I've actually liked a Kenny Smith card, like in 2K period. Every year I just think he's like garbage, but this year, solid. He's a solid card for sure. Alright. He must have lagged. Dude, we've been having some really crazy server issues in 2K. Have you guys had any server issues? Because it's been bad. I've been lagging all over the place. It's been nuts. Alright, Kenny again. Drop that. Splash. There we go. See, the problem is when I'm playing limited, I get a little tensed out. And like, I don't shoot as good as I normally do because I'm like putting up shots too fast and not putting them up slow like I should, which allows me to like control the shot meter a little bit better. So, third quarter begins. We got a nice 17-point lead here. We should be doing fine. The team's starting to come around now that I've played with it a little more. It's starting to be a much better type situation here. Alright, we got Jason Kidd, who's really annoying as a facilitator. Over to Rick Smits, over to Bird. That's cash. Yep. The CPU defense does not contest shots. It doesn't matter how high your contest rating is. It's still, like, they won't contest shots a lot of the time. Alright, let's go. Kenny Smith, give it over to my man Bailey. What are we going to do here? Ooh, who's he got on Bailey? There we go. Oh, I shouldn't have shot that with Kawhi. That was a bad idea. He's only there for defense and driving. He can hit the open 3 occasionally, but I'm not going to ever rely on him to shoot contested 3s. There we go. I put shooting badges on him for last week's limited. There we go. Give my man Bailey Howell some love out here. I've not been doing anything with him. Alright, Kenny Smith in. Yeah, nice layup, dude. I gotta get 2 layups with him for an XP challenge. That shouldn't be that hard, actually. I just haven't done it because I just shoot 3s wide open in the corner. Oh, whoever that guy is, he's not shooting. Alright. Is that Hot Rod Williams or is that Reggie Williams? I can't tell. It's one of the Williams guys, but either way, he should have somebody who can shoot threes for that corner spot. There you go. Nice crossover, Allen Houston with the green there. We're up 43-28. If Allen Houston only has 4 points, who has all my fucking points right now? Yeah, see, that's 2 in a row where he would have had wide open threes, but he's using someone who can't shoot in that position. His power forward, so I'm guessing it's Hot Rod Williams. There we go, Kawhi. Jason Kidd with the really nice defense on that. Bailey Howell. All right, let me get that open three then, Splash. Don't leave my man Bailey wide open, dude. He doesn't have the requisite shooting badges, but come on. We getting a rage quit here? We're up 46-28, so more than likely. All right, what are we getting? Is this rage quit? Yep. All right, he's pausing out. Yeah, I might as well quit and receive the win. I already got a championship ring anyway, so it doesn't matter. Other than that, this team is going to probably be your best bet. You know, just fill your team with 3 or 4 shooters, a nice interior big man that can move and shoot a little bit, whether it be Rick Smits with mid-range or Kristaps with threes. Definitely have at least 1 or 2 defensive stoppers. If you're looking for budget guys, obviously like Kawhi Leonard is really, really good in that role. And he can actually shoot a little bit, unlike someone like Tony Allen. If you have Michael Jordan, he works really well too. But anyways, thanks for watching the video. Good luck getting your championship rings this weekend. I hope it works out for you.